Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Angryfan movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
Yo, we got Queenzflip online. Yo, Flip, what's good?
What up, though?
Nah, shit, what up, man?
Chilling, my nigga.
That's what it is. Hey, you in London, huh?
Yeah, I'm in London trying to turn up and do what I do best.
That's what it is. So, yo, I called one to your 3 blogs yesterday.
Okay. Hold on. Before you catch Queenzflip, you're just a little low.
The phone is low?
Yeah, he's just a little low.
Yeah, you type low, Flip. I hear it now.
Do you hear me now at all, or?
You on speakerphone?
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
Is it better? There you go.
Yep, better.
I guess.
Much better.
Yeah.
All right, so the 3 blogs, but you made them all, you made 2 of them yesterday?
I made 2 of them the day before, then I made 1 yesterday, yeah.
All right, battlers versus bloggers. So I'm trying to get this straight. So basically what you're saying is that overall what I feel like what you're saying is that bloggers have to be held accountable for what they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a way to say things, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that overall what you're saying?
About 60%.
All right, what's the other 40? I'm trying to clarify it.
Well, I'm saying the point I'm trying to make is everybody's entitled to say what they say. You are entitled. Chris is entitled. I'm entitled. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But problem of the matter is that since battle rap is portrayed to be some type of cult or some type of only thing that's left in hip hop and some tight knitted family based things, I feel that people comparing it to other bigger corporations, they need to stop, because you go to events, Chris go to events, I go to events, whomever go to events, and these niggas ain't millionaires where they're not gonna. None of us are millionaires where we're not gonna see one another. So I'm just saying that if you're gonna say something, first of all, you got to remember how I feel. My opinion is that some of these niggas are still around. They active. They from the hood. You're from the hood. You're from Harlem, uptown. You know how the shit go. I'm saying you can say what I'm saying you can say whatever you want to say. I'm not telling a nigga to censor. I'm just saying now when a nigga want to see you about what you're saying, basically that could potentially. I didn't hear you. I don't know the story with you and John, to be honest. But I was looking for it, but you didn't put anything out, any radio show out. The last shit I saw while up here was the Lush One shit. That's what I listened to.
Yeah. All right, nah. The reason why I didn't upload it was because he was passed it. I had already explained the story with John. I'm like, that wasn't just what you said in the blog wasn't true on the John.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't come out here and call me out and answer. I was gonna ask you like, where did you get that from? That's not what happened at all.
That's what's on social media. That's what he said himself, that he made posts that he was in North Carolina. I mean, I don't know if he called you per se. I don't know if he called you, but it was on social media, and he spoke to me. He just like, I don't know. He showed me something, basically a conversation between you two, which was a neutral conversation. It wasn't anything aggressive. But if he told, a man got nothing but his word. I don't know why would he lie and say he went to North Carolina if he really didn't. That's how I feel about it.
He did come to North Carolina, but he was in a different part of North Carolina. He was 4.5 hours away from me. Oh
yeah, all right. So nobody gonna make no 4. Okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, but it looked like from what the chat was, the conversation between you two, it was what he showed me. It was neutral. It wasn't nothing crazy. So I would just take it. See, that's where I went wrong, probably by taking pieces of what it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I don't know what you said. I don't really know the story, what you said or what was said. I don't know it. All I know is that the nigga said he went out there, and then by knowing how you, because I watch your shit. I think you're hilarious. By knowing how you speak, I said, well, you from the hood. I guess you supposed to. I said, you're supposed to automatically know that's gonna happen. You know, a nigga gonna want to touch knuckles based on and once again, I'm not saying a nigga can't say what he want to say. I'm just saying that while we, to keep in mind, if you saying it, you could say it if you want to, you could do whatever you want. We all grown. I'm just saying that don't be surprised if somebody want to knuckle up or somebody want to fight over what is being said. I feel yeah, my fault. Yeah.
Nah, I was gonna say I think that's common sense right there. Yeah, most definitely.
But I think that I'm tripping. They thinking that I'm tripping, and And Queenzflip is bugging.
I agree with the overall point that you're making, but I disagree with a lot of things you're saying also, though.
Oh yeah. Tell me what you disagree with, so I could try to.
I have no. Number one, I made a blog on Shine. Unbiased made a blog on Shine. I see nothing wrong with that. I feel like this. We blog from different standpoints. We blog because we don't do this to get popular. We're not trying to be famous. We're not trying to go viral. We do this like battle rap. I feel like you blog for fame and to get viral and shit. Because look at the situation.
Hold on. Okay, yeah. I'm already for the record. I'm already. I went viral without battle rap. Battle rap didn't make me viral, for the record.
Okay, but all right. But check it out. You write books. You do songs. You do other things. You don't just do battle rap, right? We blog on battle rap, and I feel like
you guys are true battle rap. You guys are true battle rap. What's the word? It ends with anado, like something finado. I don't know the word, but you guys are true battle rap. You guys are the real deal. I never took that from. Go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm gonna hear the whole thing so I can respond.
What I'm saying is that we both blogged on Shine. I feel like this. I heard you was saying
you talking about K-Shine. Yeah, got you. Go ahead.
And I feel like Chris blogged on Rex. I feel like these are blogs that should have been made. At the end of the day, I feel like if Shine didn't want to get on 15 minutes of fame and say that he wrote in 2 days, but he had more time and this, that, and the third, then them blogs became. We ain't just say, yo, Chris, let's blog on K-Shine. No, this is what he did. T-Rex recycled, and his rounds came back around. Niggas is not paying money to watch T-Rex recycle. I wish I would go all the way to, you saying come to events. Why would I want to go there to see someone recycle? That doesn't make any sense. So I feel like,
I see what you're saying.
I feel like you're not really doing this shit for the fans. Like, not even so much for the fans, but you're not really looking at this from a fan standpoint. There's no way in hell that niggas should be recycling rounds. There's no way in hell niggas should be preparing in two. Let's keep it real. What kind of material can Shine come up with in 2 days versus a month? We could hear some crazy shit.
But let me ask you a question. Okay, let's just be being real. This is more pointed at Chris.
Nah,
okay, now
sure.
We go, hold on. We gonna get to you, but let's talk about Chris, for example, since I always bring his name up.
Okay.
We know him. There's been plenty of time I had a conversation with Chris, and you had a conversation where he says one thing on the phone, and then he goes and do something else. Correct? We both experienced that, right? Okay, that's his style. He's very good at battle rap. He knows what he's talking about, but we're talking about as a person. I may talk to Chris on the phone about something. He may say, yeah, he may do the total opposite. That happened with you also. So now let's look at him. When he described the situation with K-Shine, he was talking about the fact that K-Shine admitted to him that he wrote his round then. Now, the way he was talking, I'm saying that if you felt that way, you should have told Shine right then and there. But I know you didn't tell him that then and there. That was my point to him. First of all, Shine has a hot temper. I argue with Shine. I'm physical, grab each other by the neck, stupid shit. So I know you ain't telling a nigga like, yo, come on, man. You ain't talking to him like that. That was my point. I said if you felt that way, you was right there when the man admitted to you. You could have pulled him to the side like, yo, I really don't think that's all I was saying about that. If you don't come after and say it, he told you right then and there when he was doing it. So you could have told him then and there, I don't like that. And even if whatever argument y'all would have got into, because I'll give you an example. T-Rex. I'll give you an example. What's the nigga name from? It was an example. Okay, the nigga named Scully. Nobody knows about the story. King of the Dot. The time me and ARP fought. Something was said, right? And Scully said something like, you're in Toronto now. Like, he felt a way about something. Somebody said something, but he checked it then and there. You get it? So even though nobody told the story after, it was something pertaining to battle rap. I forgot what it was. It was like he approached. Rex was there. Big T was there. Like, it was just crazy. We was like, we would kill this nigga, but it was just that he kept it so official for what he said that we had no choice but respect it. That was my point as far as like saying it to niggas' faces. I use him as an example because pertaining to battle rap, and he said what he had to say. Now, with Chris, I think he's dope. I listened to him. Some of the shit he say I get from him because he's informative. I like watching you more because you're funny and you make me laugh. You remind me, and we talk shit. But him, I can understand. You both informative, but I like watching you more. But when I want to get serious shit, I watch him because it makes sense. I'm saying what he said about Shine, I didn't watch the 15 minutes of fame. I didn't catch it. But I'm saying if Shine telling you to your face, I know how Sean is. 9 times out of 10 he's drinking. I know how he is. I know ain't no nigga telling him, you gonna go get on the blog, which he has a right to do, and say, yo, come on, man. You just not writing right. What type of shit is that? When the nigga admitted to you he was doing it, and you could have just told him then and there. That was just the point I was saying. That was my point. Now, as far as you, I don't know what you think. I'm saying. Now, I saw what you said about the K-Shine shit. Of course, you could feel away, but it wasn't. You supposed to. I didn't hear nothing crazy that you said. It was more of that. My main thing is the face-to-face thing. My main thing with your situation is with the John. If John said, you said something about, I don't know the story. I was looking for the story. You ain't uploaded, so I don't know. All I heard is that the nigga, you said something. He wanted to come see you. And I was just saying that on your behalf is that you are from, nigga, you from the hood. You from New York. You supposed to know that's what comes with it. You're supposed to know. It comes with it. So either you're going to squash it like a man, like, yo, John, cool. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to see him. And when people, let me say something real quick. When I say face-to-face, people thinking we automatically going to fight. It doesn't necessarily have to go like that. You could see a nigga face-to-face like, yo, my nigga. Your first instinct could be, yo, my nigga. It ain't even like that. And then the other person's aura or anger will come down. Like, okay, I see what it is. So everybody don't want to fight. I'm just saying be prepared. Whatever you say here, I hope you say it. You guys are for the fans. I respect you niggas. You're right. I'm not looking at it from that point of view. You know why? Because I see it. I see it from other perspectives. One thing I give to you that I don't, I respect all you guys. One thing I give to you is that you have never told me something on the phone that you did something different. You never did that. But with Chris, that has happened. So that's why I was just saying. You understand? Like a nigga might say, yo, I ain't gonna say this. Yo, we might discuss it. He explained to me, I'm not gonna lie on the phone of his concerns or what he don't like. He admitted it, of course. But then he said, okay, I'm gonna be easy. So then if you say you're going to be easy, then you go to I turn on the computer. Now, we talking about man shit now. I turn the computer on a couple of weeks later, and you saying the same shit that you told me you wasn't going to say. That's a problem. So then now it comes a face-to-face thing. So now I'm just a herb to you. That's how I felt about certain things. You understand? That's the only thing. As far as you guys saying you being for the fans have you guys. They look forward to you guys. And I'm also saying that for what he said as far as like, you said something about Arsenal's battles. You could potentially niggas listen to y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't want to admit it. You guys want to act fine. Y'all want to act like fans and y'all don't hold no weight. That's nigga. Discredit yourselves all you want. But the point of the matter is, niggas watch y'all and listen to y'all, and you guys, you niggas listen to you guys. So you have a power to tell somebody something. Like, you don't do that. I remember when you first came out when Angryfan was popping. In my comments, it was over. If I put it in now, it was over 10,000 comments for ASM hashtag. 10,000 comments like that. So when you first came out, I'll get let's say I get average 300 comments. About 100 comments was AFM tags, the hashtag thing. That shows how powerful your movement was or is at the time. So when you say something, niggas gonna listen because they probably thinking in their mind, and then when you say it, it just gives them the security. Like, you know what, you right. Man, fuck that nigga. So when he says, man, Arsenal, man, fuck out of here, man, you violating Arsenal now he could have potentially lose 50, like I said, he could have potentially lose 50 fans that would have came. And that's all I'm saying is that just be conscious. But niggas can say whatever they want to. I'm just saying just be prepared for whatever comes with it. That's just my standpoint on it. As far as being for the fans, no, I'm not. I always say that. I'm just me. I love the niggas that support me. And the niggas that don't, I still love them. You understand? You guys are for them niggas. You got to continue doing that. I'm just saying, how can a nigga be surprised that a nigga wants to knuckle up with him when it happens? This ain't a multi-million-dollar business where niggas got to just ignore it. It's impossible.
But Flip, what I'm lost on is like, who's surprised though? Like, who would be surprised though?
Surprised about what? You
just said why are people surprised if niggas want to knuckle up?
I mean, you guys, the fans are surprised. Niggas is surprised. Every comment is like, yo, Flip, you bugging, you co-signing the bullshit. What's the bullshit? I'm speaking reality. What bullshit am I co-signing? ARP swung on me. Why? Why? Because I approached him to have a conversation with him, and he didn't want to have a conversation, and I pushed it. And that's what happens. I can't get mad at him. It happened. You trying to he felt like you trying to press me and embarrass me in front of all these niggas. So now his ego got to him. Like, that's what happened. Who would think that ARP, a nice nigga like that, helping niggas out, would just come and swing on somebody? Even though he missed, it still happened. He still swung. You know what I'm saying? Because he was angry. I pushed his button. That's what happened. We human. That's what I'm saying. The fans like, yo, Queenzflip, you're bugging, you promote. I ain't promoting nothing. Nobody's in all these niggas from the hood. Surf took me to his hood. Surf from the fucking hood. Fucking the projects, nigga. Anybody. Everybody's from niggas ain't. Chris is a nigga that said, I saw his comment yesterday. Say he's living good, he's doing good. I respect him. He probably worked hard for that, but he's in a position. I don't think I'm just saying, like, a lot of niggas. If you didn't grow up from the ground up, if you're not out here, these niggas still out here pumping packs. These niggas still out here getting money. And if a nigga disrespect the nigga that's getting money or try to hurt his money, it's gonna be a problem. Fans are acting surprised that Queenzflip is conducting the coonery or the bullshit, which is right. You could be surprised. I'm just speaking reality. If you say something about somebody that's gonna hurt somebody's brand, be prepared for a nigga to come and try to see you. That's it. That's how I feel.
Okay, I dig where you come from with that, but this is where I feel like you're starting to instigate a little bit. All right. Okay. I feel like a little bit. I feel like you're kind of instigating right here. Well, I feel like you are instigating. Fuck the bullshit.
Okay.
Is this? Cool. First, you say you fuck with niggas. You say, I fuck with Angryfan. I fuck with Unbiased. Right?
I do.
Then you say, yo, man, y'all don't come out, man. Why y'all ain't coming to the big events in New York? That should come out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you say, all right, when niggas come out, niggas is planning on y'all to get world star and shit. Like, my nigga, like, you could have called my phone and tipped the nigga off to that shit, or you could have called Unbiased phone if you fucked with us like that. I don't feel like you should.
Wait, hold on. Okay, you a different story. When I say I fuck with him, I mean I watch his blog. I don't fuck with him like that. You know that already. So let's get that clear. I watch his blogs. Second of all, you would know already. But okay.
I mean, I do what you say.
Hold on. Okay. For me to call you and tell, okay, if a niggas talk all the time. Let's keep it real. Remember, how about this? I'll give you an example. When I don't mean to keep bringing up this nigga's name. When ARP did the blog and said a nigga told him in Chicago that he wanted to put hands on me. He ain't called my phone. It's just something that I feel a nigga should know that's gonna happen. Not saying niggas didn't say, oh, we're gonna. It wasn't any. Okay, I may be over exaggerating a little bit. Let me clarify what I was saying. If a nigga like Arsenal or a nigga like John or a battle rapper say, you know what? Yo, Flip, man, I fuck with you. You're a good blogger. I fuck with you, man. We know your background, but these other niggas talk crazy. They talk crazy again. When I see them, it's going to be a problem. It wasn't like a nigga said, well, if I see Angryfan at SM6, I'm going to flip him. No. It's more like, okay, if he talk, I'm getting kind of tired of his bullshit. So now when it's time to, a nigga might have to put that green button. So it's nothing to call about because the niggas supposed to automatically know. I feel you supposed to automatically know. You take a chance. You're like a Howard Stern. You're like Star a little bit. Star or the nigga ain't have to call unless a nigga say, the nigga never said he's gonna directly a date. No, there's no date. Or there's no like premeditated time. No. It's like, yo, if a nigga do this again, I'm getting kind of tired of this shit. So now that's what it was. I didn't get into too many details, but I paraphrased it. That's what it was. You understand? Okay. And when I say I fuck with niggas, meaning I watch niggas shit. I don't fuck with no. I have more of a rapport with you. I can't say I fuck with niggas, but I respect niggas' craft for what they do. I can't take away from what you do. I can't take away from what Chris does. I'll be lying to myself. I'm a man at the end of the day. I can't take away credit based on personal feelings. This is business. You niggas are asset to battle rap. I learned from you guys. A lot of shit I didn't know when I had to go watch. And I learn and I'm able to pay attention. So that's what I mean when I fuck with niggas. I have more of a rapport with you. Yeah. Chris, I don't really fuck with like that, but I have to respect what he does for the culture, what? Because that's just what it is.
Yo, do you want to fight Chris, man?
Fight who?
Do you want to fight Chris?
If I want to fight him?
Yeah. I mean, I gotta ask because you call him out like a lot of blogs I've noticed and shit. Like what problem with you and Chris? What's the real problem? Because it seems like there's tension there. Like, what's the tension coming from?
Okay, there's no real problem. I can't say if I want to fight him or not because you know the situation as far as the is or what's happening. So you know that. You know personally what I can or what I'm allowed to say or what I'm not what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say. I don't know if we're going to – I don't know about any of that. I can't premeditate. I don't premeditate a fight. I do want to have a conversation with him face-to-face to see if he is going to tell me the things that he says. Yeah. The problem with Chris is I spoke to Chris on the phone, right? I was going the situation with, ARP called me before. I mean, I called him before we was on the phone, the situation that was going on with me and Chris the first time. And I called Chris the first time, and I'm like, you know what? I forgot who told me something. I forgot who made me call him. I don't know if it was Debo or something, but I called him, and he kept it real on the phone. He said, nah, there's nothing to talk about. I don't want. That's after I did the upside down rat teeth. He said, I don't want to talk to you. He told me that. I like, yo, my nigga. So if it's a problem, let me know it's a problem. And I forgot he didn't deny that there was a problem. No, I'm not gonna say he denied it, but he didn't say there was a problem neither. So it was more like, nah, my nigga, there's nothing to talk about. I forgot how it was, but I said something that broke the ice. It was cool. We discussed things. He told me what he felt the way about, which I was aware. Like, yo, you know, I'm one of these people in this battle rap culture, and I feel that you're not giving me the respect. That's what he told me. Because I was just on my Angryfan shit. Remember, I was always in Jay Black. I forgot what he did. I saw something that he did, and it just threw me off. So I never acknowledged anything. Even though I watched, I just didn't acknowledge. And I kept it real with him. Like, yeah, I watched it. I did that on purpose. We kept it real. We came to understanding. Cool. We all right. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time. You know, he didn't want to speak to me, but he ended up not putting the stuff out. I'm like, yo, all right, cool. If you go put the stuff out, I have something I'm going to put out on you about No Shame. This is what I told him. He was going to put something out on me in response to the blog, and I was going to put something out. I made something up about him in No Shame. To be honest, I'm viral now, so I can talk about it. You know, I took his voice. I called No Shame and played his voice on it and had a gay conversation between them two. That's what I did. So I was going to put that out. So what? And the way the editing shit is, a nigga ain't going to deny it. So that's what I was going to do. I told the nigga what I was going to do. He was all right, cool. We called it truce. Apparently, Nels told me he had something that would have killed me. I don't know if he was going to talk about my sidekick, my T-Mobile deals. I don't know what he could have possibly said. It couldn't be no street shit. I'm not going to lie. Even up to this day, I want to know what he was going to say. But neither here nor there. Nels was like, yo, he got some crazy shit going to go at you. And I ended up calling him, and we squashed. So we was cool. He told me on the phone he ain't like the quiet room. Even you. Okay, let's use you. You say, yo, Flip, you know, certain shit I don't like the quiet room. You got to get on these niggas harder because these niggas ain't doing their job. This is what you told me. But you never went out there and kept continuing. You see, he told me he didn't like it. He did. I really don't like it like that, Flip. Certain things I feel you need to fix. And I said, okay, cool. I took his advice. I said, I'm going to fix it, my nigga. You know, just be easy and shit. All right? Now, this is the first time after the Clips and John shit. It was around the time. All right, cool. Then we come to the Rex and Head Ice shit where he's saying that Rex didn't get his money because of what Rex said. I told the nigga, like, yo, my nigga, you can't do that. I don't think that's cool. He said that's what Rex said. Rex said that. And I'm like, yo, you can't do that, though, Chris. Cause these niggas all these fans, they want you to say that. Even some of them that's down in the quiet room, they will want you to say that. So don't do that, my nigga, because it's going to make me look bad. You know what I'm saying? I told him, like, you can't do that because it's going to, you know, when it comes to business, it's business now. I don't care if a nigga boo me, but the company is different. This is how I feel. He said, all right, cool, I'm going to chill. You know, all right, cool, it's all right, Flip, you know, I'm going to give it a chance. Then it's another thing. I see him again, like, yo, I really don't like the quiet room. So I'm like, he told me he was going to chill. He told me he ain't going to say it no more. He ain't going to put, because people listen to him. I saw the statistics show that people were listening to him. So when he say it, they piggyback off of them. So my main thing was if he would have kept it going, he told me he was going to stop publicly. He told me that. If he didn't tell me that, I would have just said, all right, you know what, cool, that's just how you feel, whatever. But he told me he was going to chill. You get what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's my problem with him. Like, you gave me your word, you're going to stop it. You did it again. You did it again in the blog about Charlie Clips. That was and I didn't watch that. Scarlett sent it to me. Like, yo, this nigga, again. I'm like, yo, what Clip said? Did Clip say anything crazy? You understand? And it's not really his fault because it's these fucking battlers that come there, half-ass show. They, you know, some of them do good, but the niggas that's of importance, they go in short rounds. They doing all this. So that's my fault for not checking it. But I feel if you give me your word as a person, as a man, you should keep it. So that's my problem. Not the fact that he don't like it. He don't have to like it. Don't tell me you're going to do something and do the opposite. So now when we face to face, I feel you when we supposed to speak, it's only two ways you're going to say it's going to go. You're going to admit it, like, yeah, man, I don't like this shit. I'm going to keep doing it. Okay, and then whatever I feel that time, I might just say, okay, you're right. You know, I don't fuck with you. You don't fuck with me, and I keep it moving. You understand? It's just that he gave me his word on certain shit, and he still went against it, and I didn't like it. That's the problem I have.
All right. Well, Flip, you know what I think? What I really think this comes down to also, I think this whole thing comes down to it ain't bloggers, it's popular bloggers. Because if niggas wasn't popular, wouldn't nobody give a fuck about what we said? Because it's been like that for a while. So now that people are listening and we get a bigger fan base, I feel like you think we should be censoring ourselves somehow because it was fucking up people's money. But our whole thing about it is, fuck the people's money. If niggas was coming at it the way it should be coming, we wouldn't be blogging negatively, period. True. Now, the UW blog, I can't really talk about that shit because I didn't make it. I did hit Chris at myself and say I think you OD'd on the UW blog only because you didn't really have the facts. You said it was 4 and it was 2. I told him that already, so this ain't nothing. This ain't no off-air shit. He knows how I feel about that shit. I said, you got to be careful because you fucked their bread up. And I told him that. Now, when we went at Guerrilla Warfare and Black Ice, the whole card was definitely one-rounders. So those were facts. So we
I don't disagree with that though. Like I don't disagree with that. My main thing, but I don't disagree with those things though. You understand? I'm not saying you can't do that. I did say be a little more kinder, meaning when I should have. You see, I was tired. I was just going crazy. I started talking about Tech 9. I don't know where I was going in that blog, to be honest. You understand? No, but it's true. What I said was facts. Though, if you really watch it and listen to it, like. Fans don't care about what happened. Tech 9 was a top nigga back in the day. It's correct. Summer Madness won. Beasley told me he's considered one of the top niggas. He brought people out. That's why he was being booked. That's what Beasley told me out of his mouth. He should know because he got the analytics and the statistics to prove it. So now a nigga like Tech 9, who was a top nigga, vanished. All right, people say, Flip is like basketball when they retire. But I'm saying that, everybody's bipolar. A nigga fuck up once, you're going to flip on him. And this is what the fan base that we had. Even though I did go crazy. I was just thinking about these niggas. I did go crazy, but I'm just saying, like, everybody's about niggas saying that Flip. Everybody, you can't. Niggas is picking and choosing what to care about. That's the point of with battle rap. Okay, we gonna care about if niggas give us 1 round. We gonna care about if niggas give us recycled material. But we ain't gonna care about if a battle rapper, if he fuck up, we ain't gonna give him another chance. Watch and support his views, get him booked. We don't give a fuck where he go. It's just. It's crazy to me. That's just my opinion. Not saying we're supposed to really care about a nigga life, but I'm saying, like, take into consideration certain things. Since you care about everything else, I think everything should be cared about evenly across the board. If a nigga gonna give you mixtape bars, I don't give a fuck. If a nigga wanna boycott a nigga, let him boycott him. As he come and waste it, boycott him. I don't give a fuck about that. If a nigga wanna say, like, we spending our money, I respect all that. I'm just saying that. You can't say a certain thing like, yo, man, fuck out of here, nigga. Who raised you, nigga? Niggas is corny. You bullshit. That's what you be doing. You be turning up like, yo, man, fuck that. I'll fuck you up, you stupid-ass nigga like that. All right, cool. I'm just saying now if a nigga feel the way, I think it's hilarious. I'm just saying if a nigga felt the way, you being from the hood, I know you from the hood, so you being from the hood, I feel, my opinion, that you should expect and not be surprised, or not saying you are surprised, but you should expect the backlash that come with it. It's a chance that you chose to take.
Definitely.
You understand? It's a chance that you take. You're very good at your job. You're like a star in a way. You're like with a Howard Stern. You're very good at what you do. But if you was to talk to Star, Star expected everything that was going to happen. He said, I expect that. Whatever I do, I expect it. And I hope my main thing with you is that, okay, when you're doing it, I expect shit too. I didn't expect it to get swing on, no. But I expect shit also. Yeah, I expect a nigga to come to me, you Bert. I expect that because that's what I put out there. And I'm just saying, like, okay, now when I'm just saying, okay, you guys come there to do events. You Angryfan ain't coming there to fight. Why are you coming in? You coming to an event to get it on. So now, unless you come in there prepared to get it on, I mean, I'm saying that, yo, when it comes to certain subjects or topics, I feel niggas should be a little more mindful. But a nigga can say, well, that's just my opinion. That's what I would do. I wouldn't say something like, hey, yo, man, Yo, Rex, fuck out of here, Rex, you clown-ass nigga. Look at the clown-ass nigga part is the insult. You a clown. You cheating the fans. Fuck out of here, nigga. We don't want to see you a bum. Bum-ass nigga. Those are the insults. So now, when you say clown-ass nigga, bum-ass nigga, those two are insulting a man coming at his caliber. Instead of just saying, yo, Rex, man, we tired of your bullshit. You cheating the fans, and you know what? You just need to take a break and get the fuck up out of here. We good. It's a different way of saying things. So now when you insult a man, when you put certain things with the man's name, then it becomes a problem. That's how I feel. That's just my opinion, man. I could be, niggas don't agree with me. I respect it. I respect what you guys do. Like I said, I give you your credit. I give Chris his credit. I told you what I was mad about. You know what I'm saying? It's just about giving me your word. If you give a man your word, you keep your word. I don't know verbatim. I might be over-exaggerating, but I know it was a point where we had a conversation where he said he was going to chill, and he did the opposite. And that's what I was upset about. You told me you was going to chill. And why you still – because, yeah, he does have a big – I can't take that from him. Who the fuck is me? He has a fucking big group. You got a big group with over 10,000, 12,000, whatever. He has a group with 10,000 people. Niggas, listen, I'm in the group, so I see it. I don't give a fuck if a nigga diss Queenzflip. No. When you diss something that could potentially mess up something now, you got to remember, now, if Chris say, man, fuck the quiet room, I'm boycotting that shit. And I may lose like 1,000 to 1,500 subscribers. You get it? And if I lose that, that's money being taken away from me.
But here's
this is why people. Yeah.
Well, no, go. I ain't gonna cut you off. Go ahead. I'm trying to be fair here. Go ahead.
This is why people call behind the scenes and rectify certain situations. This is what the rectify, because we know somebody may be powerful. I know a nigga may be. I ain't taking away his power. I ain't saying the nigga. No, he got power. You got power too. That's why Debo may call y'all niggas like, yo, come on, man. Yo, like, damn, this is, man. Debo may, that's because it's a power thing. You niggas are powerful, so that's it. But I ain't telling niggas how to talk. Niggas can say whatever they want. It's my opinion, man,
I mean, I dig you on that, but at the same time, I feel like it can fuck your bread up, okay, but if you doing some shit that's gonna, here's my thing. If a nigga's not waking up like, yo, I don't like this nigga. If a nigga makes a blog maliciously because doesn't like you, you know what I'm saying, then that's fucked up. But if a nigga blogging on some shit that everybody can see and everybody's saying the same thing, he shouldn't be surprised the blog is coming.
I see you. I see what you're saying. That makes sense.
Rex, you should have known the blogs are going to be coming. What do you mean? There's videos everywhere of your Marv 1 recycling and it's everywhere. Why would you think that knowing that me and Chris blog like this, I've been blogging the same way from the gate. So you already know that's coming. K-Shine, after that interview, the interview was a terrible look for him. You already know.
I don't know. What did he say? I don't know what he did. Everybody keeps saying, I don't know what he did.
Man, it's back up now. It's on 15 Minutes of Fame. He was out there with Raymond. He was drunk and shit. And this is right after they said he choked every round versus Clean Pay. And that's the real reason why I even made the blog. You choked every round versus Clean. And then you're doing interviews with 15 Minutes of Fame, and he's talking reckless to Rob about smacking his camera on the ground and fucking this. I wrote that in 2 days' notice, and I had more time, but I had other battles, so whatever. And he's screaming out URL. No, my nigga, no. You can't expect the blogger to not blog on that shit. I'm behind Chris with that. That blog and the Rex blog, I actually am behind. I feel like they put themselves in that light to get blogged on. Now, like I said the first time, I agree.
So you agree to attack them personally?
Miami, I was going to say, okay. I agree with your overall views. I agree with that. This blog that I OD'd on, true, but like you said, nigga, it's common sense with stuff. I'm not going to blog at a nigga and think fucking it's all peaches and cream when I see him. Okay, niggas human beings. I understand that.
Okay, I got you. I heard you blog on people before, and I heard that when they speak to you, everything is you guys rectify in a certain way, and you never disrespected me in the blog. You always showed me love. I never had a problem with you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's my thing about it. My thing about if niggas are expecting me to scream and yell and throw shit at the person in person like I do in blogs, I think niggas are foolish. The same way you said that's a facade. That's a facade. I'm obviously not an angry, upset maniac in person.
I know.
I think a lot of niggas be getting that shit fucked. The way we're talking on the phone now, like, if I made a blog come at you, it would probably be more blunter and madder. But that would be the facade part. I don't mean it's going to be like that. That don't mean in person going to be like that. But I can still say how I feel. Yo, that's fucked up. That battle was trash. What the hell you doing? I was still
that's true. That's true. I think that
the recap was show off in my crib. And I'm sitting next to this nigga. He's like, yeah, he beat Swave. Like, we right in front of the camera recording this shit. I'm like, my nigga, you ain't kill Swave. Like, how you making it seem? I'm like, I don't know about that, bro. And then he said he's going to 3-0 L Will. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't see that happening. Like, you can still say it. It's about how you say it. I dig on that.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I didn't, you know, I ain't telling anybody how to change their talks or how to. I'm just saying, be prepared to, you know. I mean, I never came across, you know. I don't know. Battle raps would be the hardcore form of hip hop and stuff like that. And you know, I mean, when you keep it on wax, you keep it on wax. But I just feel like, you know, we all are aware of you guys' statuses in the battle rap culture. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of Chris. I'm aware of Jay Black. And I use him as Jay Black as an example. I mean, fans, you know, I mean, I felt that, like, he never gets in any issues. You know, everybody equally. Yeah, but he said, look what he said about Danny Myers, right? Look what he said about Danny Myers saw my blog, what I said about him. I expect him to feel away because I felt the way that he ain't pick up his phone or about the battle with Chilla Jones when he one who came up with the fucking idea with me. You understand? I fuck with him. I respect him but I respect when you portray yourself to be a certain way, a real nigga, quote unquote, you're supposed to conduct like a real nigga. I feel, you know, your foot, I ain't doing it there. You know, not answer your phone. I called him 3 times. I know the times I called him because I ain't calling a nigga more than 3 times. So that's what it is. So I expect him to see it and be like, yo, Flip, man, whatever you'll Flip. That was crazy, and because he's not an animal. No, he's a smart guy. You understand? And I expect him. But when you know, like when let's say what Jay Black said about Danny, he told Danny how Danny said he felt that he wasn't in the top 5 or the top 10. The way he put it, the nigga can't feel the way because he put it in such a subtle way. That's how I feel. That's why I say he never getting any issues. You can do what you want. That's Angryfan. You ill, but you used to OD too. You fucking bitch ass nigga. Fuck out of here. You clown. But you prepared. I mean, you prepared. You do what they like it. I don't give a fuck. I mean, what? I don't care, man. They like it though. I like what you do. I laugh. You told what's her name? She was dumb as the chair you sitting on. Like, that's crazy. You told Gracie she was sleeping on a pillow full of muffins. Like, that's retarded. Like, who even says that? That's fucking stupid. That was hilarious. I'll fuck with you for that stupid shit. You told the lady she sleep on muffin pillows? Like, what? I didn't know you think about it. That's hilarious.
Yo.
That's retarded. You told a big girl that she sleep on a pillow full of muffins. What?
But
you told Nunu now she like Ronald McDonald. What? Why you told
No,
me?
I'm done.
Like,
yo, but look, hold up, Flip, hold up. This is my thing here though. All right, you use Jay Black. I actually think Jay Black really wasn't a good example to even use because, like,
you don't think he's a good example to use for real?
Yeah, because and I'm not dissing Jay Black at all, but it's like niggas don't look at Jay Black's blog and look at ours the same. I think like Jay Black is more in your lane with the comedy. Like he talks battle rap, he's about battle rap. I'm not saying that at all, but he's not going to make that kind of blog about Sean. I don't see that happening.
That's not right, Angryfan. That's not right to say that. You got to go back to when Jay Black did the Lux and Hollow shit. Did you go back and do you know his history? Was it comedy when he was doing? Because he does it in details, and he has as much facts as both of you.
Angryfan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking heads, man.
Angryfan movement is the movement to move with.